Hey everyone, I'm Alexis, Ego Queen. Love me, I know you do. Anyway, I've been gone for a week. I was at an awesome convention. I was at Adepticon. Expect to see a ton of footage from that. Like, a ton. Anyway, today's topic, Plastic Sisters of Battle. What they can add, what they should add, how they should change the sisters, and what they could do to make them awesome. Now, before I go any further, do not get rid of my boob plate. I'm just going to say that right now. I love the Sisters of Battle aesthetic. It looks amazing. It looks phenomenal. Just going to say that. I love the boob plate. Now. Let's get into some of the cool things. With the announcement of Sisters of Battle, Plastic Sisters of Battle, I keep wanting to say Nova, but it's at Adepticon. With that announcement, I was super hyped. In fact, I made a video right there and then with my phone once I got back to the hotel, and my phone sucked. Like, hands down, the internet sucked. Everything at that hotel sucked. Internet-wise, like, it was, I'm sorry. But I'm super excited about this. So I thought I would take this moment to actually sit down and talk to you guys about some of the things that they could change in the upcoming Sister Battle Codex. Because the Index Army is ridiculously powerful. I have accidentally tabled people with this book. It was an oopsie daisy my bad moment. I played against one of my fans at Adepticon, and it's probably going to be a battle report you don't see, because I didn't think I brought too bad of a list, but apparently it was extremely bad to the point where oops. Let's just go with an oops. The Tipsy Bad Wi-Fi had a video. That was fun. Yeah, it was. I do apologize about that. But today, I want to talk about some of the cool things that they're going to change, or I can't say that they're going to change, but I hope that they change in the upcoming release. So I got my word pad, and I've been writing like crazy on this. And I want to talk about some of the things that I think that they could release, and it wouldn't change the aesthetic of the Sisters of Battle too much. First off, let's turn it back down to about 15 and move this over here. So, one of the most common things that I see people request or people do fan art of is Sisters of Battle in Terminator Armor. Now, a lot of people say, it's impossible, it goes against the lore, it interacts with the black carapace. Well, you're wrong. Terminator Armor does not actually interact with the black carapace. The suit itself underneath it would probably help, but the Terminator Armor plugs into the back of the neck using a weird sci-fi gizmometer. This is the official term. This is not the official term. But a type of Terminator Armor for the sisters could be very cool and could be something that we see. I'm expecting to see a new Sister Battle Terminator unit, or at least an equivalent of. And here's how I would do them if it was me on the design team. I'd probably do them nice and simple, strength 4, but still keep that tough, strength 4, toughness 4, and be the tough things in their army. Give them the 2+ save, give them the normal stats of a Terminator, 2 wound. I don't think give them 2 wounds instead, if they already have 3. No, just 2 wounds. Just 2 wounds. Personally, I would take Terminators and bump them up to T5, or take them and bump them up to 3 wounds, but that's just me. Now, for the Sister of Battle Terminators, I think that they should be weaker than their brothers, obviously. They're not as tough as the Space Marines. The Space Marines are the manly Space Marines and must man their way through the manly problems that they face. I am obviously making jokes, if you cannot tell. So, here's how I would do the Sister of Battle Terminators. First off, they would have to have a Power Fist. It would only be... I'd probably give them a Strength 6 Power Fist with the normal doodads. I'd actually keep their toughness at 3 to go along with the aesthetic of the sisters being not as strong but more plentiful than their brothers. It would also make Terminators for the Space Marines kind of irrelevant, even though the Aloris Terminators did that. But going through, and this is how I would design them. First off, I would have them have the ability to teleport, have them with a flamethrower or melta variant. I'd probably give them a melta pistol, something where it's out of range for 1 turn, where you would need an act of faith to actually get them into range to make them really effective if you teleported them. So I wouldn't really expect them to be too efficient. So I would probably give them like flamethrower 1 hand, power fist in the other. Maybe a storm bolter, because the bolter melta flamer is their trifecta. I would give them a combination of those 3. Or a combination of those 3. Something where they can teleport in and be a huge distraction cron effects for your opponent. Something that allows Seraphim to get up to your opponent very quickly. Because as you guys know, Sisters of Battle are a very, very quick, very hard-hitting army. They're an extremely hard-hitting army to the point where most of the time your games with Sisters of Battle end on turn 2. So I think adding like a Terminator unit would actually slow them down a little bit. I know that's weird to say. It wouldn't be their good unit. It would just be a cool unit. Something to definitely fit the aesthetic of the Sisters of Battle. Especially if they give them a type of Cataphractii armor, because Cataphractii armor just looks really cool. Now, that being said, I kind of like that idea. I'm not going to lie, I really like the idea of Terminator's sisters. Like, I really think it would be really cool to see Sisters of Battle just port into the backfield and just wreck stuff. And to be honest, 5 Meltaguns teleporting in is not as scary as Dominions. Dominions coming up in a repressor. It's not as scary as Seraphim dropping down from the heavens with 4 meltic pistols and a plasma pistol. It's not as scary as them. They would be limited to 5 girl squads, and that's about it. The next up on my list is Centurions. I mean, why couldn't a Sister of Battle get into another suit of power armor? This would actually make it so that Centurions are actually seeing play this edition, since nobody uses them. Now granted, I would change their weapons to be multi-meltas underneath it instead of the las cannons, and that's about it. That's really all I have to say. Centurions would be cool. I also really want to see Centurions on the battlefield again. They're just so bad. Next up on my list is unique aircraft, something that is specially designed for the Sisters itself. And it could be as stupid as a flying fertilizer. Like, I think that would actually be kind of neat. Let's be honest. I think that would be kind of neat. I would honestly like to see it have some type of firebomb so that it's very unique to the Sister itself, to the Sisters themselves. And not something that you could just go, oh, well, this is an Imperium aircraft, like the Thunderbolt fighter or the Strike fighter that they do have, which they don't have anymore. They took that out and made it Imperium only. It wasn't the Thunderbolt fighter, it's something else. Now, going through my list, let's give the Sisters a Land Raider. It's kind of simple. Land Raider Redeemer seems more fitting with Sisters of Battle than any other Space Marine. And Land Raiders could be used heavily with the Sisters. It would be cool to see like 15 girls jump out of a Land Raider and just burn everything in their path. Or give them a type of like bigger repressor. I think that would also be kind of cool. Or Gorgon Transport. But that's just me. One of the other things that they talk about in the Sister Battle Omnibus is 2 units which I found very unique. One being the Thunderhawk. Sisters of Battle have Thunderhawks. This was actually really cool to see written down in a story, and I thought it's a really, really good addition to their tabletop army. An actual Thunderhawk. The Space Marines have one, so all you would need to do is just port the rules over and change Space Marines to sisters and give them the unique order abilities, or lack thereof, because most of the order abilities are not going to affect the tanks themselves. Okay, so if you can't get a Thunderhawk into the Codex, which obviously you can't. Oh no, my stream just went down. Why did my stream go down? Huh. My stream just went. I think it would be really cool to see some land speeders in the Sister Battle army. Something like the land speeder Storm. I'm sorry, I really, really, really like the idea of sisters going really fast. Go figure. This edition, armies that have access to transport vehicles are the fastest in the game. Drop pods really have no point, but I do think Sisters of Battle should get drop pods. But Alexis, you're just adding all things from Space Marines into Sisters of Battle. Yep. And some other things. So I want to get into the more unique things, because pretty much all I talked about was the things that are in the Space Marine Codex that could be trickled into the Sisters of Battle Codex to bulk it out a little bit. So, here's one of the biggest things. New types of canonesses. So going through a lot of the Sister of Battle fluff and everything, you find out that there are multiple different types of canonesses. In fact, once I can find it, there's a total of about 6 or 7, depending on how you want to interpret it. So you have the normal canoness. Pretty simple. She leads a group of 1,000 girls. Neato Mosquito. There's the preceptor. You know what? I can't say it. She leads over 1,000. Okay, good. Got it. Let's just get to the cool one. Where the hell is the cool one? It's basically a lower level canoness that I think would be a neat addition to the actual lineup of sororitas. It's a lower point canoness that doesn't have as many options. So I think it would just be your bog standard canoness of nowadays. And the new canoness, the current canoness, should be upgraded to have options for, well, a jump pack for starters. Like, yes, please. If we do get Terminator Armor, Terminator Armor. She should also have options for taking 2 pistols of varying types, i.e. the Inferno pistols or the hand flamers. And any Blood Angel fan can tell you, especially Mope, hand flamers are amazing, and so are Inferno pistols. I also think that she should have access to a new type of relic, something close to a relic jump pack, similar to that of the Space Marines one, but allows other things, such as you give this jump pack, you get to reroll, you get an aura ability where you get to reroll Shield of Faith. Something like that would be very, very cool. And a Terminator Armor may be doing the same thing. Also, I think that there should be close combat Seraphim. How terrifying would it be if that Seraphim squad suddenly had a bunch of axes coming at you? Now, keep in mind, this would only be like Strength 5, Strength 6 at most coming at you, so it doesn't sound as scary as it is. In fact, I think the pistol version would be a better choice, but I still want the option of taking a couple with some power weapons. I think this would add a unique addition to the already established Seraphim without changing too much of their lore. So you get a bunch of them with double pistols, a bunch of them with double Inferno, a bunch of them with double Flamer, or the Plasma Pistol, Sword. But you could get a few with maybe bring back the Storm Shield. Hint, hint, nod, nod, bring that back, damn it. Or at least give them a 4-up invo for a type of shield, because they used to have that all the way back in 2nd edition, and they took it out because the model line never changed. So a type of close combat Seraphim would be really neat, would be kind of unique and kind of cool, especially if they took that Sister Superior from the Seraphim squad and just gave her the options. I'd take that. Next on my list is a type of super heavy tank, something similar to an artillery piece or something similar to a, well, giant cathedral. Look at Epic and you know what I'm talking about. If you play Dawn of War Ultimate Apocalypse, you know what I'm talking about. And it is the gigantic van that can deliver tanks to the battlefield. Okay. Now, this one's kind of stupid, but I think it would be kind of funny. I really think that this would be really funny. Oh yeah, and somebody got it, the Capital Imperialis. It's an amazing vehicle. That's from Epic and had rules for a short period of time, and then they got rid of them. This one is going to be silly. A type of sniper unit that uses flamethrower rounds. Now, it sounds stupid, but, you know, you could have, like, tracer rounds and things silly like that. This is 40k, after all. You don't need to be completely accurate. You just need to be rule of cool. And, personally, I think a flamethrower sniper rifle would be amazing. Or a type of assassin that can switch between Melta, Flamer, or something similar to that. Or just a bolt round. Kind of like a unique Vindicar just to the sisters. That'd be kind of nice. One of the next things on my list, as we go through all of my list and everything, because I got a list and I'm really excited about this list, it's a type of scout unit or initiates. The Sisters of Battle needs scouts. Pretty simple. Toughness 3, only option for bolters, kinda cheaper, no shield of faith yet. There you go. That's it. That's really it. Like, they're the ones still being trained, so they don't have the shield. They don't have the zealotry nature just yet. They're the ones that are just put out as cannon fodder. Hey, survive this. I hope you do good. If you do good, you'll become a regular battle sister like Jennifer over here. She's awesome, and she loves you. Also, she's going to hit you with a whip if you don't listen. Just saying. One of the things that everybody at, well, pretty much ever that plays Sisters of Battle has realized, we need a new repressor kit. We need them to not change the repressor. The repressor is what gives us our abilities of repressing, and it is the only thing that is repressing the enemies from repressing us. Can I say repressor a few more times in a sentence to sound like an SJW? Yes, I can, but I'm not going to because that's stupid. Anyway, jokes aside. I'm sorry. I'm a little bit happy. I got some Happy Time Go-Go juice in here. And it is delicious. Now for the one that people want me to talk about. Penitent engines. So, if you guys don't know, one second. Hang on. My hair is a mess. Okay. So, penitent engines. So this one is one that I painted and fully magnetized. So it can come apart, it can be stored easy, its paint job is crisp, it looks really nice. I didn't really feel these guys, mostly because they're kind of still a pain in the ass to transport. I want to see some more options for them. I still want them to be just as silly and impractical as they look because, well, let's face it, you just strapped a naked person to the front of a giant war machine that is going to charge at the enemies. And die. Like, that's what it's going to do. Oh, but Alexis, that's a massive loss of resources, and the Imperium could use those to build actual sentinels and be more productive. Shut up! Penitent engines are awesome. But Alexis, can't you see that we could actually use this technology to actually help the Imperium? Like, use it for lifting, use it for actual warfare by putting long-range guns on it and actually putting a sister of battle in it to pilot it properly like an actual war walker. Shut up! Penitent engines are awesome! Also, guys, thank you for the donation. It goes a long way to helping support the channel and keeping me fed. Anyway, penitent engines are awesome. And if you don't know, I really like penitent engines. But I do see the reason for including a new type of penitent engine or just giving them a cool new weapon. And again, guess what weapon I'm going to suggest? That's right! Melt-A-Guns! How did you ever guess? It's like the sisters only have 3 weapons to choose from. Ha! Anyway, the penitent engine is cool. It has dual flamethrowers, which are always the better option than Melt-A-Guns. But if it did have access to Melt-A-Guns, that would be kind of neat. I also think that if you play Dawn of War Ultimate Apocalypse, you've seen this guy before. I would like to see a type of Sentinel that has dual multi-meltas, or just some kind of dual weapon like dual heavy bolters and just walked around. That'd be kind of neat. It'd be like a unique Sentinel just for the sisters. It wouldn't be a Dreadnought, it wouldn't be a Sentinel, it would be something very unique. It would be kind of like a quad mortar, but only 2 bolters. It'd be cheap, it'd be a fast attack that you could take, it would probably have scout or something similar, and it would just be kind of cool. Let's face it, that's kind of cool. Other thing that the sisters need is a type of actual tank. Now, we do have the Exorcist, which the Exorcist could be cool and definitely needs to gain the ability to shoot things that are not in line of sight, because holy crap is that annoying that you have to poke your tank out and, well, get blasted. So I would like the Exorcist to gain an ability to fire without having to see, because literally it's designed with its organs on top of it, firing straight up into the air and raining on the enemy. How is that not a mortar? Just saying. Just saying. So I would like to see some type of actual battle tank for the Sisters of Battle. Something similar to a Ball Predator, or how did somebody try to tell me to pronounce it? It's a Ballet Predator or something like that. I thought that was funny. But the Ball Predator. I would like to see something similar to that. Melt-A-Cannon on the top of it, Melt-A-Guns on the side of it, be cool. Or big giant flamethrower, 2 side flamethrowers would be cool. Or heavy bolter, double heavy bolter. Pretty simple. I'm not asking for a lot here. Oh, and how can I forget this? More Living Saints. There are plenty of Living Saints talked about in the lore. In fact, I think there's about 7. Most of which are dead. But it doesn't stop them from creating new ones out of warp magic. Woo! As it stands to reason, these Living Saints do have an ability to resurrect themselves. So it would be kind of cool to see them kind of come out like the Sanguinor. Or something similar to that, like Celestine, where they come out in dire need when they are most needed, and they all have unique abilities. Something like Celestine, but would have a better range. Something like... They would all be similar to Celestine, obviously, but have a unique ability all to their own. Where Celestine's kind of a combat monster, one could be a buff mander. That would be kind of neat. So that's most of the stuff that I wanted to talk about for adding to the Codex. So I want to take a look at this, and actually it was this. So we do have a Warlord trait and a relic in here, which if you guys are not taking the relic, you're not playing Sisters correctly, because that relic is amazing. Okay, so it does give me ideas for things that they could do in the future with, say, order abilities or something similar to that. Now, going based off of what other Imperial armies have, it stands to reason that we're going to get an Auspex scan, or something similar to if you take 3 exorcists, they deal 1 extra damage, or they hit better, something similar to the Predator. Or if you take, I don't know, Death from the Sky or something like that, reroll to hit when you deep strike, things of that nature. But going over the stratagems that we do have, 2 of the best in the game, by the way. And I know that this sounds weird, but it is just the best. Okay? So, Martyrdom, if a character dies, you do an Act of Faith. Amazing. Purity of Faith, on a 4+, you just say no to Psychics. Now, I could see us getting another ability for like a command point similar to this, where you get +1 global to your Deny the Witch roll, or plus D3 global to Deny the Witch rolls. This way, the Sisters of Battle stand to reason for negating psychic powers. It would be something very, very, very cool and something very useful. It wouldn't be too overpowered considering that psychic spam is a thing, and the Sisters should be kind of a almost complete negative to that. Now, Sisters of Silence, on the other hand, are psychic blanks and should negate it permanently. But the Sisters of Battle do have a very strong faith that their Emperor protects them, thus your magic mind lightning does nothing. Yet people still complain about female space marines when people are literally magicking each other, but I digress. It's the same universe where a spaceship opens up a portal into hell to fly through it. Let's throw realistic out the window at that point. Anyway, so looking at the relics and things like that, I can see certain other chapters, and we'll go over them, certain other orders, and we'll go over them in just a minute, getting certain unique abilities. I think it's the Order of the Ebon Chalice is the collector of artifacts and things like that, so they would have access to maybe 2 relics per army. Something similar to the Armor Indominus, but it can deny the Witch on a +2 or something similar to that. Where it doesn't really give the invo save, you just have the flat 4-up invo save, but it gives you some unique abilities nonetheless. So, Order of the Bloody Rose is... I'm going to go over each unique Order Militant and talk about some of the things that they could add to them. So, right off the bat, we have the Order of the Bloody Rose. Okay? These are the red girls. They're pretty neat. So, one of their most notable things, let me just read this so I don't get this wrong, is they have the Cloak of Saint Aspera. So this could be something similar to the Armor Indominus. Something very unique to just them. Okay? I think that that would be a cool thing. I want to see different orders get different abilities. I want to see them actually buff based on taking priests or taking certain units over each other, so you can build a very unique army depending on how you want to build your Sisters of Battle. So, moving on from the Order of the Bloody Rose, we have the Order of our Martyred Lady. Right off the bat, I think these girls should probably go to a 5-up invo save. And I know that this is incredibly overpowered, but it should be like a 1-turn thing. I use this stratagem or I burn this ability. I have a 5-up invo save all phase. I think this would be very cool. Okay, moving on, we have the Order of the Valorous Heart, Sacred Rose, Ebon Chalice, Argent Shroud. There's a ton of different ones. So I'm really excited to see what the Sisters get in the future and how this actually goes through and what we get for different order abilities. I want something to be like, if you're within range of a relic, you automatically score it even if your opponent has OBSAC. Something like that, because the Sisters of Battle are zealots when it comes to holy relics. I could really see that. Ashura Blade, did you already talk about Ephrael Stern as a special character? Could she possibly be a Lord of War due to her psychic powers? I would love to see Ephrael Stern in the Codex, but I have a strong suspicion that she won't be. similar to that of Mariel Sabathiel. They'll both be talked about, but they won't be in the Codex. Now, there could be a special relic or stratagem based on them. So, we'll just have to see. But. I want to move on now to questions. I had Mope grabbing questions as this stream went on, and I'm sure she's grabbed some really cool ones from you guys. Since we kind of have a lot of people talking, now is the chance to actually come in and ask your questions, ask the cool things that you would like to see, or some of the things that you think that I have missed. Please let me know. So, Mope, what do you got for the first question?
What about Sister Dreadnoughts?
Sister Battle Dreadnoughts would be unique. Back in Rogue Trader 1st edition, and I think part of 2nd edition, Imperial Guard had Dreadnoughts. So putting certain canonesses in Dreadnoughts to serve the Imperium forever, I could totally see being a thing. But I wouldn't like them to be just like the Dreadnought. I would like them to be more like a penitent engine with a stasis capsule that keeps the person alive.
The next question is Sister Only Knight variant. Does it sound like a good idea?
A Sister Battle Knight household does sound kind of like a unique idea. We do know that some Knight households have sworn fealty to Space Marines, and some have sworn to specific Guard regiments. So it would only make sense that some of them would actually serve the Sororitas. This could be very unique because you would get a type of knight that, well, might be a zealot. That would be kind of really unique. I could see it.
Repressor, 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 repressor.
Repressor, repressor, patriarchy.
Patriarchy, repressor.
I really have to do a game with Sisters of Battle versus Genestealer Cult where it's the repressors versus the patriarchy just because it would be funny.
Maybe that's why they don't get along.
That is the exact reason they don't get along.
So, a Hellhound or Baneblade variant sold as an upgrade kit. Good idea?
Now, see, that would be very, very cool for the Sororitas if they got something similar to that. Unfortunately, something similar to, like, the Hellhound. The Hellhound could use the flamethrowers, but not like the chemical cannons or things like that. Because that would get into the sisters' hair, and then they would be pissed off and never talk to the Imperium again. I'm not sorry about that.
How about just a generic living saint as an HQ?
I would really like that because it would be similar to how the Necrons can take Satans, and maybe to the same extent how Eldar can take the Avatar of Cain. Even though that's not very unique, that is very unique, I meant to say. I feel like a generic demon character for them would be kind of cool. And I know everybody's going to be like, insert fan theory here about Celestine being a demon. She totally is. But anyway.
You answered this one. So the next one would be, would you like to see Sister Maria, I'm sorry if I mispronounced that, or Verity as a unique battle sister in House with Healer?
Yes. I would like to see very, very unique characters come to the tabletop. Characters from, like, the new book Mercy. I would like to see characters from Red and Black. I would like to see Faith and Fire characters come to the tabletop and actually be able to do something with them. Because as it stands right now, and as it stood for a very, very, very long time, there's been no unique women that are not Celestine for the sisters for a very long time. So it would be kind of cool to actually see some really cool, unique HQ/elites, special characters, named characters for the Sororitas. In fact, I would like to see one for each order, if not multiples for each order.
Do you think there will be a new type of jump infantry in the future with a possible Seraphim rework?
Yes, I do. In fact, I actually talked about that. I think Seraphim are going to have a close combat variant.
Why do I keep getting allergic reactions to this entire stream?
Damn it, Parry!
What do you think of plastic sisters on a squat land train to the tune of Guns N' Roses' Night Train?
Oh my god, that's amazing. Let's keep rocking.
How do you feel about Order Familiaris sisters doing something for Imperial Soup, letting chapter, tactics, regiment bonuses in the same detachment? If not, what should they do?
I could see like the Ordo Delgatis and the Ordo Hospitaller being able to affect Imperial Soups, but no, it would be too broken. Like, let's think about game balance for a little bit. And I know you're laughing about that, Mope.
I mean, you're not wrong, but I would bring up that if you could put an Inquisitor into an army with that, that'd be cool.
That would be.
It'd be nice if they had something that allowed that. Do you think the Codex there will have an option for a Canonist to take a jump pack?
Of course. If either a jump pack or Terminator Armor. I just think it's going to happen.
Could you make a 500-point kill team list? Go.
500-point kill team list. What are the rules for the newest kill team? And I would probably just go Canoness, a ton of Seraphim, Dominions with Flamers, just everything with Flamers.
What are your thoughts on a Land Raider Redeemer variant for Sisters?
I think it's a really good idea for them to get a Land Raider for the Sororitas. I talked about this earlier in the stream. I think it is going to happen. I can see Sisters of Battle getting certain units from other codexes, including but not limited to Terminator Centurions, Unique Flyers, Land Raiders, Land Speeders, Storm Ravens, Drop Pods, and things of that nature.
Sisters with an ability and or build for all or an all assault army.
An all-assault Sororitas army. Now, that would be very unique, but we do have the Flagellants already, so something that buffs them would be kind of cool. We also do have the Penitent Engines, so it would be a lot of Priests, a lot of Penitent Engines, a lot of Flagellants. I know that sounds like a lot of gas, but it's not, trust me. It could already be done with what we have. So, yeah, I mean, I could see it.
If a Plastic Sisters Start Collecting box comes out, what do you think will be in it?
Unique Canoness, a squad of Battle Sisters, a squad of Seraphim. Maybe a tank. Maybe a Penitent Engine.
Do you think they will release a Headless Celestine model?
God damn it, Parry.
Do you think Sisters will be separated from the Adeptus Ministorum the way Custodes are from the Talons of the Emperor?
You mean the Custodian book that's only 25% of a codex, and I still stand by that?
Exactly. That is the exact book they are referencing.
Yes. Yes, they will. I can guarantee that.
Is money?
Just for fun, SJW meets a sister. Go. Oh my god, the sister would just annihilate her. She'd probably just look at her the same way like I'm not going to say this because this will get me in trouble.
Yeah, don't say that.
I'm going to stop right there just to say that it will end in a flaming carcass.
How would you feel about Sisters getting new close combat weapons?
Well, what do you mean new close combat weapons? I mean, we already have access to the Power Axe, Power Sword, Power Whip, Power Axe, Power Sword, Power Maul, Power Whip. It would be cool to see Power Hammers and Power Picks in the Sister of Battle army, but they would never need a Power Pick. So a Power Hammer would be kind of cool.
What are your thoughts on models for Fallen Sisters? from Muriel Sabathiel's warband.
I could see that definitely being mentioned in the Codex itself, and I could definitely see a Slaanesh Emperor's Children or type of Slaanesh Codex in the near future doing something with that, like Corrupted Sisters. I think that would be very, very, very cool, so I could see it. I mean, it would only make sense if GW wants to sell more stuff.
If the Primarchs were pro wrestlers, what would be their finishers, and what team would you form?
I have no idea. I never watched wrestling. I'm not gay.
Brutal. What about how do I pronounce that, Kingpin? What about a power Shillalog?
Nope, no idea. How would you feel about Repentia squads with flaming chain axes? Holy crap, that would be amazing. Okay.
I think this one's a question, too. Do SJWs serve chaos?
No, they serve malice or mala.
Isn't that chaos, though?
No, he's just an idiot.
Brutal. Should Sisters of Battle have flail weapons the way Sisters of Sigmar do?
No, they should definitely keep them very unique to each other. I personally honestly hate the idea of a whip in 40k. I think it is really stupid and completely ineffective against like power armor. Even if they try to justify it with warp magic or some type of power field magic that slices through armor, I think it's just stupid because you could just whip that thing right back to you and just kill yourself.
You're not wrong. And then this one, this is literally the first thing you said in stream, but I'm gonna repeat it so that you can restate it. Do you think they should remove the boob plate?
Absolutely not. And any moron that thinks that they should does not understand what 40k is about. And if you really think that they should remove the breastplate because it's sexist or some garbage like that, clearly you are like 12 years old and you've never been to a beach or anything. This is a gothic setting. That is a gothic armor set. And I'm not saying it like the art style gothic. I'm saying it more like gothic, the clothing style is what it's kind of like Victorian era gothic people. It's amazing, and I love the aesthetic of the sororitas. I think it's great, and it fits the grimdark atmosphere perfect. If they were to get rid of the breastplate, I wouldn't buy the models. I would honestly, if they do, and here's a promise to you, I will buy one of their boxes and burn it on stream.
Oh my god.
If they get rid of my breastplates on my Sisters of Battle, I'll be pissed. I will not even play the army anymore.
I'd be pissed too, I agree with you.
And again,
I'm assuming you feel the same way about power heals.
It's power armor. You don't feel it. It's so retarded. Like, the people that honestly believe that breastplates are somehow sexist are idiots. Or they've never touched a woman. Or they've never looked at a woman. Or they're really insecure about themselves.
I think the last one is the most likely.
I'm sorry, I have no filter right now. I am filled with Happy Time Go-Go juice. And I am really happy.
I think that's it. Oh. What about chubby sisters?
Why would they be chubby? What, are you stupid?
Yeah, I don't understand.
How would they be overweight? Like, first off, they train 18 hours a day. How would they be overweight? Like, that's when people bring in the whole, oh, what about trans people and the sororitas? It's just like, this is a fictional universe, you moron. Who cares?
I mean, I'm sure the technology exists.
Oh, the technology exists in 40k to open up a wormhole into hell.
Yeah. So, if you burn the box, can I have the sprues?
God, no. They're gonna melt. They get rid of my boobs, I'm gonna be pissed.
On a scale of 1 to 10, how do you think Karn would rate Celestine's head?
God damn it, Parry.
How would you feel about unique Repentia squads?
I think they're fine as is. Honestly, no, I don't. No, I don't. I think they're garbage. They are completely useless, to be honest. Like, I have 20 of them, and they died in close combat to tactical marines. And tactical marines are pretty much useless. I think that they should have a 5-up Shield of Faith and maybe some type of reroll to it. Otherwise, they're pretty much forgettable. Even if they were strength like 10, I wouldn't take them. Actually, that's not true. If they were strength 10, I would definitely take them.
Do you know of any third-party wings for Seraphim?
Third-party wings for Seraphim? Alright, here's what you do. You buy yourself a Scourge box, you take the wings out of it, and you make a mold.
Well, that is ingenious. I never thought of that.
All you need to do is make a 2-piece mold.
You're right. And that is the last question.
If they get rid of my boobs, I'm gonna be pissed. EgoqueenAlexis 2018. Okay, that one kind of flew off the rails. So, guys, please ask more questions. I'm having the time of my life with this. And if you feel like donating to Super Chat, just keep this in mind. It buys me more Happy Time Go-Go juice. Also keeps my lights on.
I don't like this question. How would you react if they made Plague Sisters?
Ew. Neat.
Yeah, I feel the same way. How would you feel about a model for Saint Sabbat for Imperial Guard units?
Ooh, that would actually be very cool. Like, the Living Saints and the Imperial Saints need to get models. They're just too cool in the story to not be there.
How would you feel if they make a Chaos Sister line to be nemesis to Loyalist Sisters like Chaos Space Marines and Loyalist Space Marines?
It makes sense. Like, that would just make sense.
And that is the last question currently. Oh, why do you not use Celestians?
Celestians.
Celestians, excuse me.
Because, Geeko, they're terrible and you need to know that. Dark Eldar Prison Sisters. Or, what is that?
Dark Eldar Prisoners, or Prisoner Sisters.
Oh my god, don't even talk about those hideous models. It's because GW didn't know what a woman looked like for a long time.
Alexis, why do Dark Eldar get the best girls?
I don't know. Oops, I hit my microphone. I apologize about that.
Would you like to see supplementary rules made for Blob Army rules, aka Sisters and IG working together gets +1 to hit, etc.?
No. God, no. No, that's like formation garbage.
I agree.
There was one question I saw. If you get rid of boobs, what's next? My nipple armor? Exactly. Like, these are the silly things that exist in 40K. Like, people want to make such a big deal out of dumb stuff, and I just sit here and I'm just like, guys, it's a game where you play with armies, man. Like, they're toys.
Like, yeah, so if they're toys, why wouldn't you have a power fantasy like that? Like, sculpt beautiful abs and breasts onto me, please.
Exactly. Oh, that's what I'm trying to do. Hey-oh. Sorry. I'm terrible.
Should Sisters be able to summon Legion of the Damned like Chaos can for Demons?
That would be the coolest thing in the world, but no. Do you think Celestians should get special ammo? That would actually be kind of cool. I could totally see it. I could totally see that.
If they made female Noise Marines, who would be louder? The Noise Marines or the Angry Nerds?
Probably that small minority group that hates everything. They seem to scream the loudest in this hobby.
How would you feel about Tau Sisters of Battle?
What?
That's what I thought.
How is that a question?
How would you do that?
The sisters are fanatical zealots. They wouldn't even give a well, they wouldn't even care about the greater good. They would just murder it on sight. Kind of like how Kentos Acadius actually just walked up to a Tau woman, pushed her to the ground, and stomped on her skull.
To be honest, he probably didn't even know she was a woman.
No, he knew. His, like, sergeant or whatever told him. And he's just push, crush their Xenos. I don't care.
What was that from?
one of his books. It was a really brutal scene. Remley's has it.
So, since Celestine did not give Karn a worthy challenge, what do you think he will do with her skull?
It doesn't matter what he does with his skull. Karn's an idiot. I mean, the book kind of tells you that. Shroud of Night is the best written Karn ever. Totally not saying this to trigger people.
Would you be happy if they made Plastic Sisters more gothic?
I kind of like their aesthetic as is, but if you could make it somehow more gothic, that would be cool. Didn't Boob Plate actually have a story purpose, emphasizing that they aren't men? Yes. Well, that was mentioned a long time ago, and I don't think it's still canon, but it's still kind of canon.
Do you think they should have a stratagem that gives Super Heavy's Shield of Faith?
Oh, that would be cool. Actually, I think they should have a stratagem that just gives an act of faith to a vehicle.
And then here's another question from you-know-who in response to, I think, what you said about that book. Bish, what?
I have a feeling that Prete angry.
I think you might be right. Do you think the new Sisters of Battle Codex will cover the Sisters' equipment, or how the Sisters' equipment are developed, since the Sisters and Mechanicus hate each other?
You know, I found only one source on that, and it's just said that they privately buy it. So the Sisters of Battle could be stockpiling billions of weapons. Just let that go through your head for a second. Yeah.
Did Magnus do anything wrong?
Oh, no, not at all. And the Custodians are never... You know what? I fucked it up. Yeah, he's a piece of shit. Moving on.
The Howling Banshee. Make a good noise marine.
Ooh, that would be kind of cool. I could definitely see a Crone World noise banshee. That would be kind of cool. Actually, that sounds kind of like an oxymoron.
Do you think the Sisters of Silence will be in the Codex? And if not, will there be a unit with double anti-psi crossbows? Or what anti-psi tools will be in the Codex?
We'll more than likely get probably Condemner bolt guns. Oh my god, could you imagine an artillery tank that just has a giant freaking crossbow on it and it just fires what is it? Condemner rounds?
You can even give it a special role. This may target demon princes, even if they're not the closest model.
Just kills it one shot, just boom. I could see that. I could totally see that. I mean, Gilliman's no idiot. He probably looks at the Sisters and goes, wow, you guys are zealots. That's kind of messed up, but you fight for the Imperium. Here's a bunch of cool stuff.
A Grey Knight stratagem that lets you kill a friendly unit of Sisters to give them a 2+ invulnerable versus chaos.
Alright, look, you need to stop. Oh my god.
Plastic Sisters kits. Do you think they'll be monopose or multi-part kits? Which would be better?
I think there'll be multi-part kits. I think there's going to be 4 different boxes. And it's going to be as followed. Battle Sisters, Celestians, Seraphim, and Repentia. And maybe Terminators if they get them.
Do you think that it's highly likely that they will throw new units in the Codex, as in brand new sister units?
Yes, without a doubt.
Do you think the Sisters of Battle will ever clash with ever clash militarily with the Sisters of Silence in the lore?
Well, the Sisters of Silence kind of hide amongst the Sisters of Battle, like they pretend to be Sisters of Battle, so the Imperium doesn't just come and kill them. At least that's what they did before they were recalled back to the Imperium.
Do you think that the Sisters of Battle will react badly when Gilliman says that the Emperor is not a god?
Gilliman has not said the Emperor is not a god. In fact, he had a philosophical debate with himself to think whether or not the Emperor was a god or not.
Okay, so here's my question. Gilliman thinks the Emperor is a god in the current fluff?
No. Well, it's sort of like one of those things where he sits there and he's debating whether or not his dad, well, the Emperor, is a deity or something similar to it. Something that could be idolized as a god, and if so, would that actually help the Imperium or not?
How do you think a howling banshee and noise marine orgy would sound?
Amazing.
Do you think this... never mind, I already asked that one. Hold on. How would you feel about the sister... Let me try this one more time.
You got this.
An idea for the sister battle Land Raider. The Land Raider Purifier. Thoughts?
Big on thoughts.
Alright, I'll get out.
I am so sorry about that. Yeah, I could see it.
What is the biggest machine that the Sisters of Battle have? A Warhound Titan?
Unfortunately, there's nothing that big in the Sororitas army. They kind of just fly around in their Imperial Navy ships, and that's about it. I mean, they can still commit an exterminatus, so...
At what authority level can you commit an exterminatus in the Sororitas?
Kenina Superior. I think she might be able to condemn a planet. Similar to that, how a Space Marine captain, not a captain, a Space Marine chapter master can. But they would still need the authority of the Inquisitor to do so.
What war gear or equipment upgrades would you like to see with Plastic Sisters?
Oh god, everything. Inferno pistols, flamer pistols. I'd like to see jump packs. I'd like to see multiple different types of bolters and different types of bows. I'd like to see the bolter changed up to be a Godwin Diaz pattern bolter, because as it stands right now, it's just a bolter, and it looks a little bit silly. So I'd like to see them have a unique style bolter. I'd like to see them have their melta-guns and flamethrowers, their multi-meltas, their heavy bolters, all the stuff that they should have already, as well as some newer gear, maybe, like psych-out grenades, or something like that.
Since Plastic Sisters are now a thing, do you think that they will do do different order militants like down the line, like chapters?
Yes, God, they will. I already covered that. There's going to be 6 different chapter tactics. They're going to be order tactics, and they are as followed: Bloody Rose, Martyred Lady, a Valorous Heart, Sacred Rose, Ebon Chalice, Argon Shroud.
Do you think we'll see a Plastic Repressor Immolator multi-part kit?
Yes. I mean, for the most part, a lot of people don't know this. The repressor, not the repressor. Well, the repressor is full plastic except for its resin parts. But the Immolator is full plastic. Like, it just is.
Yep, you can buy them.
I think they meant the Exorcist, but yeah.
Do you think the Sisters Codex will include militants? We already answered that.
No, I don't think it'll include them.
Should Sisters get a +1 strength charge distance as well as +1 to ice cream if they are suffering from the red raid?
Oh, wow, look, a period joke. That guy is so amazing. I bet he stayed up until 3 in the morning to think about that. We should all give that man a medal. That guy has thought of some comedic gold, and holy cow, he should be praised for all eternity. Wow! Are you done making period jokes? You look like a fucking idiot.
Newer or more depends on... oh, never mind, that was something else. Someone's asking, who are the talents of the Emperor?
Well, that's pretty obvious. The Custodians and the Sisters of Silence. Almost had a drink.
How does a 7-foot-tall superwoman hide among humans? That's in reference to
Oh yeah, the Sisters of Silence. You know, Ogrins exist. Oh god, my internet's going so slow. What is going on? Don't freeze. Please don't freeze. Okay, but anyway, that's a really good question. But different worlds have different customs and different size people. So just because our average height is like 5.5 foot doesn't mean that every planet in the Imperium follows that. There are planets where humans are as tall as Ogrins. In fact, that's in one of the Caiaphas Cain books. Not Caiaphas Cain. No, yes, Caiaphas Cain. Wait, was it Caiaphas? Yeah, it was totally him. God, I can't remember right now.
Is there an order that is known to cooperate with the Blood Angels?
Yes, there's an order that serves them.
You should bring up a certain living saint.
Yeah, there's a certain order that was founded that believes that Mephiston is a living saint, and thus they worship him.
If the Adeptus Ministorum are ever released separate from Sisters, what should they have to fill out their massive unit gaps?
They're probably going to lump them into an Imperial Agents book. That's just how I feel about it.
Since you say Sisters need a super heavy tank, why not just put a church on wheels? Add a melt-a-cannon and call it a day.
1 second, I will show you. I will show you. Un momento, por favor. I have like no room up here. Fuck. Oh, damn it, I just got demonetized. It definitely wasn't from me being triggered. It was strictly from saying that. Damn it, this thing has so many freaking things that this could get hooked on. This is my Sororitas Super Heavy. It's a Baneblade. It's my only Baneblade, and I love my Baneblade. It looks cute and adorable. It's a good Baneblade.
Needs more volcano cannons.
It does need a volcano cannon, but this was back when the Baneblade was good and not the other tanks.
True.
It looks decent. I like it. Pew, 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 pew. Pew, pew. Anywho, moving on.
Do the citizens even want the Sisters around? Don't they know that they fear them instead of love them?
Actually, the Sisters of Battle are seen as religious icons. The people kind of actually like them. But keep in mind that the people of the Imperium are pretty much brainwashed at all times.
They're so brainwashed, they're taught to think that the truth is all lies.
Yeah, well, you see, Mob, you're just the demon, and you don't understand real things.
When you come to where I am, you'll understand that reality is just what you will it to be.
Details, whispers of a demon, sweet, sweet lies that turn into bitter orange wax in my ears.
And there you go, you can see that Imperial citizens are brainwashed.
Oh, you bitch.
Do you think GW's plan to keep us in the loop during development of the Sisters will be a good idea or backfire due to all the nerd rage?
No, it'll definitely be a good idea. In fact, I'm pretty sure that all of the leaks and all of the shit like that is just from GW anyway, so...
If the plastic sister kits have inferno pistols and hand flamers, how many do you think will be bought by Blood Angel players just for the weapons?
Well, you see, Blood Angel players will have to get their own. These are the girls. They need to love.
I think Blood Angels wouldn't mind taking guerrilla weapons.
Pretty sure they won't be able to tell the difference. They'll probably ask the girls to braid their hair, too. Do their nails.
What is the best chapter in the Sisters of Battle? Sacred Rose all the way.
No. Martyred, bleh. Whatever, martyred lady.
Do you think they would put any more melee units in the army? A different type of Crusader, for instance?
Oh, I already answered this. Seraphim with close combat weapons. And Terminators. I look so spooky when I go like this.
But it is 3 in the morning. That was Prete.
Oh, Pri, I'm sorry that it's 3 in the morning for you. But if it makes you feel any better, time is relative to gravity. So maybe you're just fat.
That makes sense. Perfect sense.
That doesn't make any sense. This is fun, Alexis.
What do you think will team up best with Sisters of Battle?
Custodes. I really like Custodians teamed up with Sisters of Battle, especially 5 shield captains. They're almost as fast as Sisters.
Someone wants to know when you got the Spider-Gwen mug.
Oh, I got this a couple of months ago. I really like Spider-Gwen. Like, I have a few of her comics, and I have 2 signed by the author, and 1 signed by the designer. And I really liked Spider-Gwen ever since, well, I first read the Spider-Verse series, and then read this, what is it? Not Spectacular, not... the one where he's taken over by Doc Ock, and then they go into a little side story with Spider-Gwen. And then Spider-Gwen's comic actually took over, and I really, really, really enjoy Spider-Gwen. Like, she started out as just this bog-standard copy-paste hero, and then she really developed into her own character, and personally, I love the outfit. I love that she's just some girl that's going through all of this. She's not super intelligent. She's just Spider-Gwen. She is just awesome, in my opinion.
So, Squats and Sisters of Battle are back. What is left to bring back? Plastic Thunderhawks and Zodes?
You forgot Beastmen are back. I'll have you know.
Only for Zinj.
No, actually, Beastmen are back.
Oh.
Yeah, Beastmen are in Necromunda.
I stand corrected.
Actually, it's Beastmen, but yeah. That's sexist. They're not beast women. Ooh, I'm sorry, I can't do this.
Oh my god. Alexandria asked, I guess I shouldn't have said her name, excuse me. Alexis, do tacos need rest?
Do what now?
Does Taco need rest?
Sure.
Was your Bane Blade born in the darkness?
Ah, that's a Bane reference. Technically?
How many times a day is your Bane Blade fed?
I don't know. It's got like an inch of, like, I'm not gonna lie. Alright, so here's its cannon. There was a lot of dust on this model. I never field it. I'm gonna field it for the first time in a 30,000 point game. Okay.
How would you play Death Cult Assassins in a sister army and why?
I wouldn't because they're bad.
Well.
Like, the best way you can run them is take a priest, take them inside a rhino or a repressor, and just charge them at your opponent as fast as possible and hit a weakened, squishy unit. But if you're going to do that, you might as well take Repentia, who are a little bit better for that, and are still garbage. Or you could just take a squad of Dominions with Flamers and do more.
Are there any Chaos Sisters that aren't devoted to Slaanesh, or even just not followers of Sabathiel?
Yes. If you read the final story in this Sister Battle Omnibus, you find out that several Sisters of Battle have fallen. If you read the Dark Heresy books, for instance, Demonology or the Demon one, the first edition Demon one, you find out that several sisters have actually fallen and in fact have received gifts from Chaos Gods. If they like the thirst of wine, they develop 2 mouths so they can drink it more. If they lusted after something, they developed an ability for that. If they plan things out meticulously, the Chaos Gods will reward them. So there are fallen sisters, and the Sisters of Battle tend to just hide it. They tend to just go, nuh-uh, and pretend it's not there. In fact, they took out all information about Mariel Sabathiel from Imperial records.
Do you think Death Cult Assassins are better with a Sisters army than their own Repentia units?
No, I just think they're bad. Like, I'm sorry, but they are just terrible. I mean, why take them when you could take Flagellants or Crusaders? Crusaders have a 3-up attack, 3-up save, and Flagellants have, well, they smell. Ha. Anyway, they just have a butt ton of attacks. I'm really trying not to swear. I want to keep this video monetized.
I think you cut out there. You might want to repeat that one.
Oh, damn it. Why is my internet going so slow?
It happens. Just repeat that one.
Okay. I wouldn't take Deathcoat Assassins because the other 2 units in the book do more work. I.e., the Crusader has a 3-up invo. The Flagellant has a ton of attacks. So, weight of attacks.
Do you think we'll see some of the non-militant orders, like Hospitallers and the others?
Hospitallers, Delgados, and oh crap, I can remember the other one. But Hospitallers and Delgados are actually on tabletop already, and they usually join up with the Sororitas and change their armor to match the Sororitas that they're with. At least that's what it always is in the artwork. I don't know if that's officially canon or not.
Can you call Beastmen back if they only have one model?
Yes. I mean, hell, Zotes are still canon. They're in the Deathwatch book, and they don't have a model anymore.
Thoughts on Afro-puffed Sisters of Battle from the Order of Our Lady of Rage?
What?
I'm not quite sure either.
I don't know. Sounds like somebody had a nerdgasm, and that was the first thing they thought of.
Due to the fluff history between the Ecclesiarchy and this chapter, do you believe there should be special abilities against certain Space Marine chapters, such as Space Wolves?
No, that's too, like... See, with Space Wolves and Dark Angels, it makes sense. They're honorary duel and crap like that. But with everybody else, it's kind of just stupid.
Should Flagellants be a sister unit or a Ministorum one?
Flagellant? No, they should just be a Ministorum unit because they're used as bodyguards. And in fact, their model is male. For the most part. At least as far as I can tell. But then again, GW doesn't know what a woman looks like, so all their models look like a certain type of... You know what? I'm going to stop right there.
Even painting the old demonettes that everyone loves so much, I have to say that their faces were not fantastically feminine.
Oh god, yeah, they're terrible looking.
They have nice bodies.
Oh yeah, nice bodies, but I mean, look at the old, the Slaneshi, the Steeds of Slanesh, not the Steeds, what the hell are they called? The Seekers. Seekers of Slanesh. The old ones looked retarded.
Huh. I think that's our last question for the moment.
Oh, look, somebody that's getting banned. Wow. What do you know? Boop. And boop. There we go. Somebody in the comment got banned. Yay. Good job, you moron. Anyway. Yeah, we're just going to go ahead and remove that one as well. There we go. Basically, if you're going to be an ass in my comment section, I'm just going to delete you. Like, I'm not going to really react to what you say. I'm just going to remove you and block you from my channel.
How do you think a bike unit would look for sisters?
Oh, that'd look really beast. But I want them to be crotch rockets.
Oh my gosh, crotch rockets are so cool. That would be awesome.
Like, because I mean, they have the Harleys covered with the Space Marine bikes. So it would make sense that they would have. Well, actually, it would make no sense. Let's face it. But it would be kind of cool to see some crotch rockets in 40K.
How do you think GW will handle Chaos Knights?
That's kind of a random question, but
They've got the rules for them in the index.
yeah. Yeah, that's pretty much it. I mean, they're there. But anyway, I think that covers pretty much everything. I'm out of drink. I need more. Anyway, guys, tell me what you think in the comment section down below if you would like to see more of these units that I've mentioned throughout this video. If not, well, whatever. Comment down below what you think you would like to add to the Sisters, or what could be new and included for the Sisters of Battle, or the changes that you think are going to come. Anyway, I want to thank Mope for helping me out. You should definitely check out her channel, which I will post in a video in the description down below. She is always awesome and always helps me out. She also has a painting channel, which is quite amazing.
Do you want to take a couple last questions?
I think we only have like one or two, and I'm already saying goodbye. Anyway, guys, I'm Alexis the Ego Queen. I love you guys. Bye.